Good afternoon, Budget Guitarist here. My name's Martin. Me and Sage, the Rage, have just got back from the London International Guitar Show, and what a place that was. It was absolutely huge. Wall to wall with guitars, cool stuff. I think we both decided, well, I decided maybe we shouldn't stay here all day because I would end up spending every last pound I had. But we did get some really good bargains from the sort of like, we didn't buy anything brand new because, you know it guys, I'm the budget guitarist, none of my stuff is brand new. We found a really good sort of like guitar jumble store with just boxes full of stuff. First one I want to show you is this guitar here. So this wasn't actually from the we didn't buy this from the London Guitar Show. This happened on the way there actually, and it's a Sun Mustang by Fender. Now I think there's a Fender Indoor Stratocaster sort of budget end in I think I want to say early 90s, made in China. The 80s ones are the sought after ones. They're the ones that were made in India that actually had a nitro finish and really good, you know, really good quality. I mean, this feels okay, but it's just a standard 90s, you know, budget Stratocaster. It definitely feels, you know, right on the weight. I really do like the neck. So if you look, it's got quite a dark rosewood, and more importantly, it's got that vintage look because the actual truss rod adjustment is in the heel of the neck there, which is a nice touch. So the reason I bought this one was because I can't afford to buy the Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute guitar. I definitely can't afford the USA one. I can't afford the Made in Mexico one, and I can't even afford the I think Squire do a classic vibe that's based on Stevie Ray's guitar. It's like same sort of spec and same finish. So the idea was to grab this off the marketplace because it only needed a few little changes for it to look like number one, and make my own version of Stevie Ray's guitar, and not really cheating that much because it is, after all, a Fender guitar. So that was that one. But then I'm going to get Sage, while I'm talking away, to remove the strings, and she's going to remove the neck because it's something I want to try. There you go. Screwdrivers and things are in there. You'll need the snips for the strings. There we go, thank you very much. Sage is my apprentice guitar tech. Anyway, on with the absolute finds from the guitar show. So from the bric-a-brac box, I guess, I found this absolutely lovely vintage. This is a proper Fender neck, vintage style with the adjustment there. It's got clay dot inlays. Yeah, it's absolutely proper. Oh, we met Reese there as well. Reese is the guy that does the Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff. I'm a massive fan. As soon as I saw him, I was like, you know, I went into like proper fanboy mode. I absolutely love the way he plays guitar. So anyway, you know, I had a picture with him because he's like one of my favourite social media guitar players. So we've done that. And anyway, so when I grabbed this, I bumped into him again, and I was like, oh, you might want to see this. And I showed him this, and he was like, oh yeah, good find. It turns out it's made of some, I don't know if it's the fretboard that's lapwood or whether it's Brazilian rosewood. I can't remember what he said now, but it is definitely period. It definitely is the correct period, sort of mid 60s to 70s, which probably this would have been more like what was on Stevie Ray's Strat neck. Anyway, that's that. I'm absolutely made up with that find. Not a lot of money as well. Next thing I found was again, another absolute find. This is a preloaded pickups with pots and all the rest of it, or, you know, pre-wired It's got, what does that say there? There is a way of reading the date codes on these, but I think I did spot something. Anyway, these are CTS 250k pots. It's got the orange drop cap and some vintage pickups. And I also got this, so you can probably see where I'm going with this now. I am going to do my Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute guitar. So I'm basically just going to put that stuff into the black pick guard. Sage the Rage is removing the neck on the Strat, and I'm basically just going to see if this neck probably will fit in the neck pockets. I don't want to do any work to this neck, but I'm just hoping that it's going to pop right in there. Got 2 trem arms as well. I've got a guitar that needs one, and obviously this one's going to need one as well. Bridge. So as it happens, I've not done the review on this one, but this is a new one that came off the marketplace recently. It's a Japanese made Squire. Great thing about this though, it has a proper Fender bridge with a full size block in it. So that is going on the Stevie Ray guitar. I'm probably not going to do the old left hand trem and all the rest of it, because it'd mean doing route work on the body and all the rest of it. I just want something that looks almost like it really, but at the same time playable. Yeah, I'll be back in a second and we'll find out whether the neck fits the body. Right, it's quite difficult to get the right camera angle, but Sage the Rage has removed all the hardware from the donor body. This is definitely a polyurethane finish, and it's probably really thick, and I suspect the main bulk of the weight on this body, believe it or not, is going to be the layers and layers of lacquer. Now at some point all that lacquer is coming off. Now I don't know whether this grain pattern is something that's called a what do they call it? It's essentially a photo of grain that goes underneath, and then it's lacquered and layered over, so it looks like it's the actual wood grain. I'm kind of hoping that's the grain, because that will look pretty decent once it's all completely, you know, I've taken it all off. Best way to strip the polyurethane off a guitar body is with a scraper and a paint stripper, like a heat gun paint stripper. Make sure you wear a mask, because if you start to burn some of the poly, you're going to get some nasty gases coming off, and it doesn't smell very good. So I'll show you that as and when I start doing that. But I guess this is just going to be the first. This is just basically going to be a mock-up of how it's, you know, going to look. So I'll try the neck in the neck pocket. So that's the real Fender neck there going on. It's not a snug fit, but I could probably just make some shims just to snug it up before I put the screws in. But in terms of, is it sat in there straight? Yes, it is. I can tell by looking at the side that it's in there nice and straight. So neck should be good. Next bit I need to do is, no, it's not that one. It's this one. So this one now needs to go, all these electronics need to go onto the black pick guard, which I will do now. Right, so we swapped around the scratch plate, we dropped the bridge in. I've not put all the screws in because it's just a mock-up to sort of show you how it's going to look, but there's no denying that that is very close to Stevie's number one. When I start the relic job, I don't actually want to do anything to the neck. I don't want to start taking chunks and putting fag burns in it and all the rest of it. I'm going to leave it as is. Maybe treat it to a refret, put some jumbo frets in, of course stainless steel. But yeah, I am loving how this is looking. That's awesome. Right, gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching. Catch you in a bit.